Hello, fellow Americans. I'm Perseus, here to talk about why I'm the best choice to run for president. First off, I put America before all of our petty problems and strive for the perfect, ideal country. I am willing enough to put my life on the line to grant our people with the luxury they deserve. After all, pain is temporary while pride is forever. My life is the same as yours. Fleeting, but the changes I will bring to this country will bring us undying prosperity. Who was the one who slayed Medusa, who literally has looks that could kill, who managed to thrive even after being birthed by a jobless mother? With great ease, I can fix the most prominent problems facing America right now: drug usage and consumption. Presidents before me have tried to fix our illegal drug problem. Nixon tried to stop illegal marijuana trade with Mexico and failed. Carter tried to decriminalize drugs, believing that drugs affected people more than the consequence of being captured. Again, another failure. My view on the drug problem is simple. We have tried everything possible to reduce America's drug problem. The only option is full-out opposition against drug users and dealers. I have fought wicked monsters that can kill a man in the blink of an eye. Therefore, I'm the best suited out of all the candidates to take on this challenge. An alternative, along with a warning, will be released to see if drug use will be reduced. This alternative will be to share the effects drugs have on people to not only teenagers but also our juvenile who are most easily influenced by outside factors. Addressing the effects drugs have on people is a touchy subject, but is it really that bad to expose your children to the graphic content that have them become victims of drug abuse? If we ingrain the words drugs are bad into the minds of the youth, they will forever remain stoic and adamant. If this does not work, though, we must take the hardest yet most necessary route toward eliminating this problem. As much as I despise harming our own people, punishment of severe magnitudes must be exacted upon them to create a safer environment for both adults and children. Punishment is a necessary evil this nation must undergo to reduce the use of illegal drugs. I will personally hire more strict police officers and put them in environments prone to illegal drug use. Our citizens can be assured that these officers are loyal and will give their best to ensure the safety and stability of our country. They will seek out this job themselves, attracted and inspired by my natural charisma and bravery, wanting to do their country honor as I did in Argos. Drug dealers, if captured, will have to be put all of their money into nonprofit organizations focusing specifically on rehabilitation. Along with this, they will be put under house arrest for 30 years and strictly monitored for 20 years after that. Drug users, if captured, will have to work on the road picking up trash for 15 years. Know that it breaks my heart to have to turn to this final resort, but these punitive measures will reduce illegal drug abuse in our country. Our nation's problems will involve consumption, needs to be addressed as soon as possible. Who can be better at fixing this dilemma than me? After all, I made great use of gifts supplied to me as I journeyed to the feared Medusa's lair. This shows my great ability to emerge victorious from unthinkable obstacles, all because of my ability to adapt to any situation and any environment. Our country is world-renowned for producing waste. According to Learner.org, each American produces approximately 4.6 pounds of waste every day. So we are producing approximately 230 million tons of trash daily. According to lessismore.org, 1 ton of paper recycled saves 17 trees. 1 ton of plastic saves 16.3 barrels of oil, and 1 ton of aluminum saves 4 tons of bauxite ore. If our country makes recycling mandatory in all states, the amount of waste we produce will drop significantly. Speaking of trash, we now move into discussion involving Hercules, Theseus, Atalanta, Artemis, and Demeter. Although I do not like to discuss the weak points of our other candidates, we must recognize how many problems they will add upon our already hefty load. I mean, sure, Hercules is very strong and is a prime example of natural selection, but his lack of intellectual and critical thinking averages would have him as an unstable ruler. Athens did not want Theseus, so why should we want him as the people? Do we really deserve to be ruled by an exile with the IQ of a vegetable? Do we want someone like Atalanta who is easily distracted? Atalanta does not have the capability to focus on America's big issues. Artemis may be a sweet and kind woman, but when she is crossed, her instability and temperament cause her to make irrational decisions that may be disastrous. Although Demeter cares for our environment, when she went looking for her daughter, she didn't take into consideration the consequences the human world would face. The crops were dying, and the world was about to end. With my ability to focus and accomplish a goal, Emphasized by my grand journey to kill Medusa, America will no longer be looked upon as a drug-infested, wasteful nation. People from all over the world will look and envy our splendor. Remember, there's no controversy. Just vote for Percy.